Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? As promised a couple of videos ago, we're going to take a look today at this paper map. That's a very nice crinkly noises for an ASMR map video. We're going to look at principally South Africa, but it also includes Lesotho and Eswatini. This is the outline. I'm super excited about this video because my knowledge of South Africa is kind of medium to poor. Whereas last week we saw France, which I'm very familiar with. First of all, I'd like to say a massive hello to anyone who is watching or subscribed from South Africa and also Lesotho and Eswatini, especially if you're from these three countries. Can you leave a little comment saying hi? I've had quite a few excited residents of these countries over the last few videos waiting patiently for this video. I'm enjoying this series. I have quite a few maps to do, and I've got about 10 in my Amazon basket waiting to be checked out, including Poland, Australia, New Zealand, Romania, the Balkans, Czechia and Slovakia, a couple of others. So let me know if any of those float your boat. Okay, let's start with the east of the country and work our way west. Oh, this is helpful. I'm just going to look at this bottom right section for a second. It says, both in French, Afrique du Sud, and English, South Africa. All the Michelin maps are in French and English bilingual. So, the unusual, weird situation with South Africa is that it has 3 capitals. That's the thing that's always got me. Okay, let's take a look. So it's got these sections. Now, let me try and work these out. Why are they showing us these? So we have Port Elizabeth down there, Petite Karoo, Overberg, Hermanus, Wild Coast, Pietermaritzburg, Saint Lucia, Barberton, Johannesburg in English, Kimberley, Le Kalahari. Oh, look, so it's a little bit in French as well. Because I think the border is that. Oh, that's the river. Is that also the actual border? Just looking at the other map to the left. I don't know what this is about, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not sure what it's trying to show us. Bloemfontein is here. Johannesburg, Welsh, Zululand, Lundi, Eswatini. Okay, I'm not sure what it's trying to show us. Okay. So on the east coast, this is a very massive country actually. We've got, I think this section is like the Eastern Cape. Also it says somewhere about here-ish. So along this coast we've got, interestingly, East London. And then we got the coast, lots of different places. So it's like Coffee Bay. Now I'm going to mispronounce some of these places because if they are written in Zulu or Ngosa, I don't know anything about those languages, unfortunately, so I apologize hugely in advance if I mispronounce them. Please feel free to educate me in the comment section and give me a pronunciation guide if I mispronounce anywhere. I won't be offended, I'll be ecstatic. We've got the Wild Coast Sun here. Second beach. Some unusual place names. Tata. That's here. And this highway. We've got Eastern Cape here. And then as we go up the coast, passing through Margarita Beach, Ramsgate Beach, Marina Beach. Then we've got, just out of shot there, we try and get this in shot. We've got Durban. So Durban is here on the coast, and just inside the coast we have Peter Maritzburg, Mpumalanga is here, and this section here is called KwaZulu-Natal. And we got the coast, we've got an airport here, King Shaka. And just up from Durban, keep going. And then we've got Richards Bay just there. You can see somewhere called Ladysmith just here. It's interesting. Moon River. Now, some of you might be watching just for this, so hello to you. We can see the, I believe it's an enclave is the word. I know it's not an enclave, it's just a country which is completely surrounded by another country. There is a term for that, it's not enclave, is it? I think enclave was in a part of a country is completely surrounded by another country. But Lesotho is just a country completely surrounded by one other. I think there are only 3 in the world. 2 of them, no, only one of them, I think only Lesotho and Eswatini is not completely surrounded by, because it's on the border up there. I think Vatican City and San Marino are the other 2, which are in Italy, and Lesotho is the 3rd that is completely surrounded by one other country, is landlocked as well by that country. So we have Lesotho here, and I would assume this is the largest city, Maseru, which is here. We have it split into different sections. Tabatseka is here. Is there an O? Wacha's Neck, Mokotlo, Butabute, Leribe, Berea, Maseru, the region, and then Maseru is the city there, Mafeteng, Mohales, what word is that? Hawk? I can't read it, the purple on purple. And then, a Q, how's that pronounced? Kuting, or Kuting, or Kuting? Is that a click, maybe? Maybe that's a K as well then, is it? Oh, it's not a Wacha, is it Kacha's? Kacha's Neck? So this is the landlocked country of Lesotho. And like I said, apparently one of the very few, possibly 3 countries in the world that's only surrounded by one other country. And let's look at the Eastern Cape in greater detail. It says Eastern Cape here, next to what's that say? Queenstown, Komani. And we have Bisho. Bisho. Here, just inland from East London. And then if you look down the coast, Port Alfred, Makanda or Grahamstown is here. Somerset East, lots of very British sounding place names, named after monarchs and places in England, for obvious reasons I suppose. We have Bushman's Rivermouth there. Port Alfred I've already mentioned. Fish River Sun. Kids Beach. Kaiser's Beach. Interesting. Hamburg is there. So then coming down from Makanda we have Port Elizabeth or Goeberha. Huberha, maybe it's pronounced in Afrikaans perhaps. Huberha. In Algoa Bay, we can see a woody Cape National Reserve here. Lots of national reserves. This is a very stunning country, incidentally. If you've never, I've got a very good friend who has a house there, whose wife is from there, and so he tells me all the time how beautiful it is. And another friend of mine got to go there for work purposes and shared the most amazing photos of all the mountains and the grassland. It's genuinely a stunning country. Okay, so yeah, we have Port Elizabeth down there, Carriega or Uitenhage. I'm pronouncing things that look in Afrikaans as if they were Dutch, so I apologise. I've been told there are different interpretations and pronunciations of certain spellings which are said one way in Dutch and a different way in Afrikaans, so I am going to definitely get some wrong. Okay, so this is Dolphin Beach here in St. Francis's Bay. And before we go out of shot, actually I can turn over, but let's go to the north a little bit first. So we already mentioned Komani. Let's go north of that. So we've seen Lesotho. I'm gonna tidy up, hang on, so I can get into shot. Because we need to see the big city just off of Lesotho. To the west we have Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein, a big city. Botshabelo is here. And then we're travelling western and we get to Kimberley, which is just there. See this estate line here, or whatever they call it. I'm not sure if it's a state or there's a different word for it. We have a dam here, Carrier Dam. A place called Middelburg here, perhaps pronounced Middelburg, not sure how the G is pronounced. Let's turn over a bit and look at the west of the country, and then we'll go north. I kind of have a feeling that the majority, I say majority, not all, of the largest places to view are in the south of the country. I imagine, could be horribly wrong, but I am learning as I stated. This is going to make a noise, so I'm going to pause. Okay, so I turned over, it was quite loud. I'm glad I didn't have that on camera. So, just having a look here, we can see the Western Cape is here. We can see the Northern Cape is there. coast then start there. We've got the Garden Route National Park. And trying to look for large areas. Also Danger Point here. Cape Agulhas. Agulhas. It's a Portuguese word, I think. Agulhas. Now I have no idea how you pronounce this here, but in Britain we pronounce this Worcester. Maybe it's Worcester, I'm not sure. The Nuga Hills, Faboomsberge, Robertson, Swellendam, interesting. Is that an S? I think this is Groot Zwartberge, so the big black mountains, maybe. Mossel Bay is just down here on the coast, and George, not Georgetown, just George. Cape Seal, we can just see. And as we get to Somerset West, we hit the coast here from Danger Point, Kleinmond Beach, Strand, then we hit Cape Town itself, Cape of Good Hope, and the Cape of Good Hope National Reserve as well. So that means that Cape Town is the most southwesternly large urban area in Africa. It's not the most southerly, well, I suppose in terms of actual large urban areas, it probably is the most southerly, isn't it? There's probably some fact about it being the largest urban area this far south in the world. Maybe there are places no, there must be places in Australia that are. I think Sydney is further south than Cape Town, right? And Wellington. Maybe not I don't know actually. Can't think about a world map. No, Australia's definitely more south. I'm just looking at a world map over there. In terms of Argentina, it is further south than Buenos Aires and Santiago de Chile. But I think Sydney just about beats it, and Wellington definitely does. And Auckland. Okay, so Cape Town is there. Give me a fact about Cape Town in the comments section. And then we go to 16 Mile Beach. Sounds like an amazing beach to me, 16 miles of it. And the South Head Lighthouse, North Head Lighthouse just there off this bay. Saldanha Bay, I believe it's called. Vasco da Gama Nautical Museum. Yeah, so the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama came around this cape to get to the Indies, to get to India for spices, and stopping in Angola and Mozambique on the way. So that doesn't surprise me, there's a place named after him. Bird Island Nature Reserve is there. Of museums here. Okay, let's go further north. I think I've found most of the main urban areas here. If we go north, what are we going to find? So, Northern Cape we've said. We seem to have this hard border here. That's interesting. I thought there'd be at a peak. And yeah, this is the border. We'll have a look at the countries to the north. The border is a bonus. I think there's more info on the next, on the opposite side. Okay, so we have Port Nolloth up here. This coastline going up. Windhoek, I think it says there. Just out of shot. There we are. And as I predicted, the north is seemingly more sparsely populated than the south. Knersvlakte, apparently a place name here. Well, not place name, but area. There is a city here though. Is that Opington? Uppington? I can't see if there's an O or an U. St. Augustine's Cathedral is there. And we've got some of the many falls. Lots of beautiful waterfalls in South Africa. And we have then, just trying to look over here, lots of names in Afrikaans with this letter Y. Is this something like Prinsberg? Goipan? And Mary Moffat Museum? Dalepan Erfdale, El Dorado, Driehoek, Springbokpan, Kleinberg, Valpoet. I love the place names, they're very pretty. So there we are. We've seen most of this country. Okay, so I turned the map over, and yeah, we nearly missed Jayburg, and quite a lot of the northern part of the country. Whoopsie. This is why I'm doing this video, because like I said, my knowledge of South Africa is pretty awful. Okay, so we have a hard border here with Namibia. And then this is South Africa, which cuts into the Kagalagadi Trans-Frontier Park. We have Trans-Frontier over two countries. This is the Kalahari Gemsbok National Park, which straddles the northernmost peak of South Africa and I believe Botswana. And you can see on the South African side we have Bosstraat and Bokspits and Bonus, Patricia, Loch Maree, Koepanszuid, Loch Leve, De Hemelstraat. I really want to learn Afrikaans after doing this video. I love Dutch, so I think I would really like Afrikaans. I think it's easier. My friend who speaks it told me he's a Dutch person and he speaks Afrikaans because his wife is an Afrikaans speaker. And he said, like, grammatically it's way easier than Dutch. And I think Dutch is quite a difficult language to pronounce, isn't it? So you can see Botswana here. Gaborone is there. Just north of this border we can see it's a much thicker line. That's the hard border between the two countries. So this is the northwest, apparently, which I nearly missed out. Oh my god. Some of you who live in the northwest must have been, when I nearly finished the video, they were like, what are you doing? So, I don't know how to pronounce this. Freeburn is here on this interstate. Jan, what's this? Jan Kedipdorp. Bloemhof. Hoopstad. A place cutely called Welkom, next to Virginia. Allen Ridge. Oudendaal's Goes. And Kroonstad, which is in the Free State. Bethlehem is over here as well. And then as we get close to some of the majorly large areas, we've got more cities. So Klerksdorp, Potchefstroom, Vereniging van des... What's that thing? Hill? No. Van der Bay Park? And then as we get to Soweto, Johannesburg, or Jayburg as it often is called, Tembisa, we've got Pitakpan, can't read some of these, Spring, something or other, that Spring, oh just Springs, I think it's going to be Springburg, Secunda, the Val Dam is here. And then we've got Pretoria, or Tshwane. This is in Gauteng. Prit is here, Rustenburg. What's this? Oh, my eyes. Bella, Vormbat. Middelburg. Can't read it. Malaleni, I think. It's the HL like in Welsh. Malaleni. Witbank. Bank? Or Honk. Betal. This is the Mpumalanga area. Next to Eswatini, we'll come to that in a second. And then Mbombela, Nelspruit. So we have, like I say, Pretoria here, Johannesburg here, Soweto. And then going to the north. So the northernmost point, I think Limpopo is here with Polokwane, or Petersburg, in the Limpopo area. You can see this border still. Near the border we've got Mapungubo National Park and Messina alternatively. Polokwane we've said, Bolbela. And down here, before we turn the page, look at Eswatini, we have Piet Retief and Vrijheid. Newcastle is also here, and Dundee. So a big shout out to Dundee and Newcastle. And then we shall see the final sections. So we have to the north, shout out to Zimbabwe, and then the northeast has Mozambique. We have the Great Limpopo Transfrontier Park here, very large, straddling Mozambique and South Africa. The Maputo region with the capital, is it the capital Maputo? It might be, I've heard of it. Here, and then we can see Eswatini, as I was saying, it has a little border with Mozambique, so it isn't completely covered in the way that Lesotho is. So Eswatini is here. We have the areas of, oh, now these are going to catch me out, Hohno. Is that a double H to start the word? How many H's are in this word? H-H-O-H-N-O. Hohno. Where we can see Mbabane is located. Manzini. Where Manzini is located. Lubombo is here. And the Klane Royal National Park. And of course Eswatini's previous name is Swaziland. Shiselweni is here in the southern part of the country. We can see the northernmost coastal region here of the north east of South Africa, where we have the Tembe Elephant Reserve. Wow, I'd love to see elephants in Africa. That would be so cool. There's a wetland park here, the Great Isimangalise Wetland Park. And there we go. I think we've caught it all. I nearly missed out a massive section. How embarrassing. Okay, anyway. That's why I do these videos, to learn. If I've messed up something, then let me know. If you want to add detail for other subscribers to learn about these countries, then put that in the comment section below. Subscribe to the video if you love it and you want to see more videos. Like I said, I've got so many more maps to do. And like the video if you enjoyed it, of course. I hope you're fast asleep, but if you're not, then join me on Patreon. Click this video next and watch that to try and help you fall asleep. And thank you so much for watching this video with me learning about South Africa, Eswatini, Lesotho, and the southern tip of Africa. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video, particularly if you're from these countries. I hope I didn't mess up the pronunciation too badly, but do let me know in the comment section how I did. And I'll see you again really soon. Don't forget about my Patreon, okay guys? Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Bye 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 bye.